Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gloucester, KPN TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. I'm here with Nick Kookaroo of the Gloucester Times. And Nick, last game of the regular season, that came fast.
Big time. I mean, 7 weeks. Not much time to get stuff done in 7 weeks.
It's a short regular season now. Next week, it's a playoff game. They still can get a home game, correct?
Yes, but it's a real long shot. They would need a lot of things to happen that are not likely to happen for that to go through. Honestly, they might even drop a spot tonight with a win, depending on other games. I know Beverly Peabody is a huge game for them to watch for. And believe it or not, Linfield and Hamilton Wenham could have a serious impact on what they do next week, where they go next week. But it looks like they're going to be the 5 or 6 seed at North Reading or at Wilmington. That's the best odds, at least.
Why would that game, the Hamilton Wenham Linfield game, impact it?
Because North Reading played Hamilton Wenham and Wayland played Linfield. So there's points on up for grabs. And I think they'd rather, at this point, see North Reading get those points. I think they want North Reading, Hamilton Wenham to win that one. But Beverly Peabody's the big one. If Beverly wins, Gloucester's in good shape to stay in that 5th seed. But if Peabody beats Beverly tonight, you could see Wayland leapfrog Gloucester, even if Gloucester wins, even though Wayland's only 4-3.
So there's a good chance we're on the road next week, probably at North Reading, or the odds on say that?
Yeah, so at Wilmington. I'd say it's pretty even odds between those two. Wilmington has a tough game against Stoneham tonight. They could lose that one. North Reading should beat Newburyport. So, you know, it's still up for there's 1 week left, and there's still about 40 different possibilities here.
Okay, so North Reading, a likely playoff opponent. They play in Newburyport tonight. Now, is Newburyport? Can they get in the playoffs in their division?
They're 3-3, so I think they're probably looking pretty good. So they're okay. North Reading had a big win over Masco last week. That was a huge one for them to leapfrog Gloucester. Gloucester's lost to Marblehead. If Gloucester had won last week, they would have wrapped up a top 3 seed. But now it's looking like the 5 or 6. North Reading plays in the Cape Ann League. Wilmington plays in the Middlesex League. Wilmington plays in a better conference. But who knows? I mean, North Reading was a finalist last season. They lost to Marblehead in the sectional finals, so they have pedigree.
Getting back to last week's game against Marblehead, I thought the Fishermen played pretty well in that game overall against a very good Marblehead team.
Yeah, honestly, I thought this was the first time, I think, in a good 7-8 years now that you couldn't say Marblehead was the better team. I thought it was pretty evenly matched. I wouldn't say they were the worst team, but I'd say Gloucester was just as good as them. That was a very winnable game. I'd like to see them meet again because I think Gloucester can absolutely beat them.
That quarterback from Marblehead was a big boy. He was 6'6", 220, whatever he was. He was hard to bring down, but I wasn't that impressed with his passing, Nick.
No, they've been struggling in that regard all season in the passing game. That was their game last year. They had about 7 receivers that they could just wing it to. This year, it's more of that power run game with the big, gigantic quarterback. They're not as good as they were last season.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Yeah. So if the Fishermen can go back to Marblehead, I think they can pull one off, Nick. What do you think?
Yes, I think so, too. But we'll see. If they get the 5 seed, they'd be going to Melrose in the second week if they get past the 4-5 game. So I'd rather see them avoid Melrose personally. But who knows? It's almost out of their hands.
Okay, Nick, thank you for your time. I'm Phil Nicastro. We'll be back with Gloucester High School football in just a moment.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support KPN TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, KPN TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that KPN TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and KPN. We are a very proud supporter of KPN TV.
To learn more about becoming a KPN TV underwriter, email sponsor@kpntv.org.
Okay, welcome back. I'm Phil McCarron. So this is Julie Smith, Athletic Director for Gloucester High School. Julie, you're in your second year now. Do you feel more comfortable this year around as opposed to last year?
It's definitely a lot easier just kind of knowing where the curveballs are coming from this year.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of fun. I mean, obviously we're in the business of youth sports, and these kids bring a lot of energy. We got a great coaching staff. We have just every single fall team that we offer is entering the playoffs this season. So
Beautiful.
Pretty neat.
Yeah. This team here this year, the football team in particular, having a good season. Next week's the playoff start. What do you think could happen with this team? Do you think this team can do something? I think they can.
You think it? Well, of course they can. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've been banged up a lot this year,
Yeah.
but we've overcome a lot too. And we've got kids doing different roles, and they're responding pretty well. So, coaching staff here is top rate, and I think anything can happen. As you say, we hopefully get a win tonight and get the best seed that we can, and just keep winning the next game.
Last week against Marblehead, I thought the Fishermen played pretty well in that game. I thought they deserved a better fate. What was your opinion?
Yeah, well, my opinion honestly wouldn't count because I was here handling all the soccer games that were kind of first priority is to
Other
handle.
priorities.
Well, the home sports, you got to make sure that. So I didn't get to go to that one. But yeah, we battle even the classical game. We scored 19 points in the second half.
Great game.
And we played a really tough Marblehead team, very close.
Yeah.
So hey, we can play anybody tough.
I think you guys can. I really think you guys can do something this year. Has to be mistake-free football, though. But we'll see what happens as time goes on.
Yeah, well, the Gloucester teams, they fight for every inch, whether it's the field hockey team or the football team, soccer team. Girls soccer is in the playoffs for the first time in 5 years. And, these kids have a never-can-die attitude. So we'll have a good game tonight and then move on to the playoffs.
All right, Julie, thank you for your time. We'll see you around. We'll be back with Gloucester High School football in just a few moments.
Extreme truck and auto and she's strong.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you have a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of Snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
Yeah, this is the final regular season game of the year, believe it or not, folks. Yeah, with a 7-game regular season, it comes and goes pretty quickly. Tonight's opponent, the Mustangs of Medford. Medford comes into this game with a 1-5 record. And it looks like Gloucester has won the toss, and they have deferred to the second half. So Gloucester will be kicking to start this game. The defense will be on the field first. So the two captains shake hands, and there they go. Medford 1-5. I don't believe they'll be in the playoffs next week. They'll probably end up in the consolation round. But as I look to the right side of Newell Stadium, the canal side, the color guard is out there. Players taking their helmets off for the national anthem. The GHS Pep Band will perform our national anthem. Our national anthem.
All right, great job, Pep Band.
Good job by the Pep Band, by the color guard. Everyone does a great job. So number 24 for Gloucester, Brandon Rivera, will be kicking off for the Fishermen. Back deep for Medford. Number 2, Ryan Burke, senior. And we're almost underway for some high school football here tonight. Game 7 of the regular season. Fishermen look to finish 5-2. And there's not much more they can control after tonight. They just have to wait and see what other teams do and where they finish in Division 4 North. All right, here we go. Brandon Rivera, number 24. And he approaches the ball and he kicks it away. We're underway. Medford has it. 25, 30, 32-yard line. Ryan Burke. And good job by the Fishermen kick coverage team. And here comes the defense. First and 10 Medford at their own 33-yard line. And let's see what kind of an offense we're going to see from Medford. We've got the spread shotgun, it looks like. Yep. We got single wide receivers on each side, 2 running backs, shotgun formation, handoff. Good defense by the Fishermen. That was a loss on that play. Lost a 3 on the play. So the Fishermen come up with a great defensive play to start the game. Makes it 2nd down and 13. Shotgun again. We got twins left this time for Medford. The quarterback keeper up the middle. Get some yards. Gain of about 6. Number 3rd and 7 for Medford. Big third down play. Hand off up the middle, and the Fishermen stop them. That's going to bring up a 4th down. And Medford's probably going to have to punt right here. Makes it 4th and 4 at the Medford 39-yard line. Yeah, here comes the Medford punt team. So the Fishermen will get the ball back. All right, so Medford has to punt on their first possession. He gets the snap. Oh, almost blocked by Gloucester. It's received, and he fumbled it, but he regains it. Nicholas Philo. And he recovers his own fumble. So the Gloucester will go on offense for the first time tonight at their own 32-yard line with 8 minutes and 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Gloucester will go on offense for the first time tonight. Nelson hands it off. Gain of about 3 or 4 on that play. Number 17, Romeo Oliver was the ball carrier. Antonio Romeo Oliver, number 17. Gain of 4 brings down a 2nd down and 6 for the Fishermen. Again, Matthew Smith, captain quarterback, is out with an injury. So James Nelson will start his 3rd week in a row. Hands it off. Nice run up the middle. Ryan Argentino, he's going to take it all the way. No, he gets brought down by the 15-yard line. Up the middle, quick hitter by Ryan Argentino. The ball is being placed on the 13-yard line. And a beautiful run by Ryan Argentino, number 8. Puts the Fishermen in good spot. So it's 1st and 10 Gloucester at the Medfield 13. Ryan Argentino, he's quietly having a pretty good season for the Fishermen. Junior running back. Fishermen approach the line of scrimmage. Hand it off again to Argentino, and this time they bottle him up. Maybe a yard. This brings up a 2nd and 9 for Gloucester. The running room wasn't there. So 2nd down and 9 for Gloucester. At the Medford 12. Clock is running, 7 minutes, 15 seconds left, first quarter. Fishermen are looking to get on the board here early. Hands it off, Nelson. Big hole, Romeo Oliver. And he finds the end zone for a touchdown. Antonio Romeo Oliver, senior running back. A 12-yard touchdown run by Romeo Oliver puts the Fishermen up 6-0. And number 24, Brandon Rivera, he's back in action after suffering an injury the last couple of weeks. He will come on and kick the extra point. Mark Smith, number 32, is holding. Snap ball down, kick is up, and it is no good. Wide right. Okay, as the teams head back upfield with the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 6. The Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a few minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Glover's Floor Covering, for more than 60 years, we have provided our customers with real value in quality carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, and ceramic tile. We're involved in the communities we serve and take great pride in our ability to support Cape Ann Television so that they in turn can deliver valuable community-based programming for Cape Ann.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. Volunteer production opportunities are available in all the towns we serve. Get into local TV. Call the station to find out more. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Ben's Wallpaper and Paint, you will experience a level of service you thought no longer existed. We're proud to deliver the kind of specialized attention that you thought no longer existed and simply won't find in larger chain stores. Whether from our full line of Benjamin Moore paint or custom window treatments, you will find what you need at Ben's Wallpaper and Paint at 6 Railroad Avenue here in Gloucester. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Fishermen lead at 6-0. 12-yard touchdown run by Antonio Romeo Oliver. Brandon Rivera will kick off for the Fishermen. Ryan Burke, number 2 for Medford, back deep. Rivera boots it away. It's a low lining kick, and it's picked up by Medford. His knee is down right there, yeah, at the 22-yard line by number 28, Corey Stinson, Jr. for Medford. But his knee was down when he picked up the ball, so in high school football, you're down. You don't have to be down by contact. All right, 1st and 10, Medford from their own 23-yard line. They had the punt on their first possession. And we have a little delay here. The Fishermen got to go get the kicking tee. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Medford from their own 22. They trail at 6-0 on a touchdown run by Romeo Oliver for Gloucester. 6:53 remaining, first quarter. Handoff up the middle. Number 28, the ball carrier, Corey Stinson. Gain of 3 on the play by Stinson. Makes it 2nd down and 7. Shotgun formation. We got twins left. Bad snap. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Fishermen. And he runs it into the end zone. Mark Smith. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown at the fumble recovery. And the Fishermen now lead at 12-0. So a bad snap. The ball came loose. Mark Smith was Johnny on the spot. He see the ball loose. He picked it up and ran into the end zone for a touchdown on defense. So it's 12-0 Gloucester. They're going to go for 2 points. Handoff. Smith again. He takes it into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And the Fishermen lead it 14-0 as the teams head back upfield. We'll be back in just a few moments with the score, 14-0 Gloucester.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. The Fishermen lead it 14-0. Brandon Rivera set the kick off. And a low lining kick. The ground ball picked up by Medford. And he runs it up to the 40-yard line. That was a nice return. So Medford will start in pretty decent field position. Number 31 for Medford, Joe Kamara, returned that kick. So it's 1st and 10 Medford from their own 40. And that's their best field position of the night. This is the 3rd time they've had the ball already. And they really haven't been able to do anything with it. 1st and 10 Medford from their own 40. Keith Barrasso, number 8, the quarterback. Barrasso fades back. Here comes the pass rush. And he goes out of bounds. That's the sack. He lost yards. So Keith Barrasso, that was a loss of about 5. He faded back to throw a pass. The Fisherman came with a heavy pass rush. And he ran it out of bounds. Let's see where they spot the ball. We have a holding penalty on Gloucester. So they're going to move the ball up to the 50-yard line. So that gives Medford an automatic first down. So if Medford 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. It was a holding penalty on Gloucester. So it's 1st and 10 Medford. Barrasso keeps it. Nice fake by Barrasso. Got about 2 or 3 yards, Barrasso did. He made a nice fake to the running back. 2nd down and 7. Pick up around 3 for Barrasso. Just a junior. Barrasso fades back. Screenplay has him, number 7. And it looks like a first down for Medford. Matt Aretas. That was a nice play by Medford. They ran a screenplay at the Gloucester 39.5-yard line. 1st and 10, Medford. So Medford's now moving the ball. So 1st and 10, Medford. Barrasso at the shotgun. He fades back again. Throws it out there. Throws it too low. So 2nd down and 10 for Medford now on the incomplete pass. Barrasso is getting the play from the sidelines. Nobody huddles anymore. I think Gloucester's the only team that still has a huddle. So 2nd down and 10 for Medford. Barrasso in the shotgun. Quick out. And the fishermen are there. Logan Machado had no place to go on that play. Harrison Marshall was there. Argentina was there. Good defense by the fishermen on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 10. Actually, he lost a yard. Make it 3rd and 11. So 3rd down 11 for Medford. Trips right. An empty backfield. He runs it right up the middle, and nice run by Barrasso, but just short of the 1st down. It's going to make a 4th down and about 2 for Medford. And Medford, they might as well go for it. They have nothing to lose at this point. They're already down 14-0. And they're going to go for it. 4th down and 2 for Medford. Got twins right, twins left. Single back. And Barrasso calls a timeout. And it's a full timeout. So with the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 14, the Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the Cape Ann area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
Daddy, that light's on again. I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese, John.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you're a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of Snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
back, everybody. Medford facing a 4th down play. 4th and 2. We're still in the first quarter. We're in the late stages of the first quarter now. 3:25 remaining. And so Medford, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Shotgun formation. Barrasso, he keeps it. And I think he may have gotten the first down. No, I know. Where the referee is, I don't know if he got it or not. We'll have to wait and see. No, he didn't get it. They're not even going to measure. So it's 1st and 10 Fishermen at their own 30-yard line. With 3:22 left, first quarter. 14-0 Fishermen, and they're going to go back on the offense. So 1st and 10 Gloucester. James Nelson, his 3rd start of the season for the injured Matt Smith. And we have some contact along the line of scrimmage, and it has to be on the defense. Yep, it is. Offsides on Medford. It's a free 5 yards for the Fishermen. Makes it 1st and 5. So now it's 1st and 5 Gloucester at their own 35, thanks to the penalty. Nelson hands it off. Romeo Oliver has plenty of room. First down. He takes it right up to the 50-yard line. So nice run by number 17, Antonio Romeo Oliver. He already has the touchdown tonight. And we have a full timeout by Medford with 3:09 left in the first quarter. The score, the Gloucester Fishermen 14 and the Mustangs are Medford nothing. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support KPN TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, KPN TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that KPN TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and KPN. We are a very proud supporter of KPN TV.
To learn more about becoming a KPN TV underwriter, email sponsor@kpntv.org.
All right, everybody, welcome back. 1st and 10 Gloucester right at the 50-yard line. They lead at 14-0. I'm Phil Nicastro, Jim Capello on the camera tonight. Final regular season game of the year. Game 7. Fishermen are 4-2. Handoff. Number 43, first down. Plenty of yards. Good run. Takes it down to the 30-yard line. And that was Mondello with the carry. So it'll be first down Gloucester on a nice run. The ball 1st and 10 Gloucester at the Medford 30-yard line. Nelson calling the signals. Handoff. Gain of about 3 or 4 on that play. Penny Ortiz. They give him 2 yards on the play. They ruled his knee was down. So it's 2nd and 8 Fishermen. And we have a full timeout by the Fishermen. And we will take a break with the score. The Gloucester Fishermen 14. The Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, welcome back. 2nd down and 8 for Gloucester. A couple of plays ago, number 43 was John Mondello. He joined the team halfway through the season. Good for him. Nice run. Nelson rolls out. He's going to keep it, and he takes that out of bounds. And he gained about, let's see where they marked that. Gain of about 6 on the play. Makes it 3rd down and 2 for Gloucester. And the ball is on the Medford 23-yard line. Still got 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the quarter. Fishermen lead at 14-0. Nelson. Ortiz. And he didn't get nowhere on that one. He may have gone back to the line of scrimmage. No, they're going to make it a loss of a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down for Gloucester. Looks like about a 4th down and 4th and about 5, a long 5 for Gloucester. They're going to go for it on this play. Nelson. He's going to run with it. Gets the 1st down. Has plenty of room. Gets it inside the 15. And Nelson on that play He rolled out. He looked like he was going to throw it, but then tucked the ball down, thought better of it, and he ran with it and got a first down. And the ball is being placed on the Medford 13-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Gloucester. On a nice fall evening here at Newell Stadium. A little windy, but warm. Up the middle, Argentino. And he stays on his feet. Touchdown, Ryan Argentino. And that will put the Fishermen up 20-0. On a nice run by Ryan Argentino, number 8. Just a junior. And like I said earlier, Ryan Argentino is quietly having a very good season for the Fishermen. Brendan Rivera will come in to kick the extra point. So Brendan Rivera back in action. He needs to start hitting some extra points because that's big come playoff time. Snap ball down, kick is up, and it's good. All right. As the teams head back upfield, the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 21, the Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in just a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Ben's Wallpaper and Paint, you will experience a level of service you thought no longer existed. We're proud to deliver the kind of specialized attention that you thought no longer existed and simply won't find in larger chain stores. Whether from our full line of Benjamin Moore paint or custom window treatments, you will find what you need at Ben's Wallpaper and Paint at 6 Railroad Avenue here in Gloucester. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Cape Ann Auto Body and Service Center has served Cape Ann families since 1955. We learned long ago that the best way to keep our customers is to provide skilled and friendly services at reasonable prices. Unlike large or chain repair businesses, each of our customers is a very important part of our business.
Personal is what makes Cape Ann Television so valuable to our community. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so that they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, welcome back. 21-0 Gloucester. I'm Phil Nicastro. Jim Capillo on the camera tonight. Cape Ann TV's coverage of Gloucester high school football. And not only that, Manchester Hornets are playing tonight too. They're in a must-win situation at home against Amesbury tonight. We'll try to get an update for you on that game. We'll also try to get an update for you on the North Reading game. And it's an onside kick. And it's recovered by Medford. And they'll have good field position after that. They'll take over on their own 42-yard line. No, make it the 47, yep. So Medford has an opportunity here with good field position to get on the scoreboard at the end of the quarter here. Still 1:19 left. Been a long first quarter. 21-0 Gloucester. Keith Barrasso, number 8, quarterback for Medford. Hands it off up the middle to number 7, Matt Aradis. He got about 3 on that play. Second down 7 for Medford. Couple of mistakes by Medford this quarter. The Fishermen jumped all over it. Hand off to Arrayas again. He's sneaking through. Picked up about 4. It's going to make a 3rd down and 2 for Medford. We're under a minute now. We're approaching 30 seconds to our first quarter. And Medford needs a first down here. And he's close. QB keeper. No, not even close. Got back to the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 4th and 2 for Medford. And they're going to let the quarter run out, it looks like. Okay, the end of the first quarter. The Gloucester Fishermen 21, the Medford Mustangs 0. We'll be back for second quarter action in just a couple of moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you'll experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support KPN Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPAN TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support KPAN Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the KPAN area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPAN TV.
All right, welcome back. As we start the second quarter, the Fishermen lead at 21-0. And Medford now facing a 4th and 2 at the Gloucester 45. Barrasso swings it out there. It's almost picked off. And Romeo Oliver breaks up the pass. Good job by Antonio Romeo Oliver on that defensive play. And it will bring up a first down for the Fishermen going the other direction. 1st and 10 Gloucester at their own 45. Game 7 of the regular season. The Fishermen are 4 and 2. Reverse. Nice run. Number 23, going to take it down the sidelines. Nicholas Philo, touchdown. 55-yard touchdown run on that double reverse that was beautifully executed by the Fishermen, making the score 27-0. A nice run by Nicholas Philo, number 23. Junior wingback. And what are they going to do here, the Fishermen? They're going to go for 2? No, they're going to kick it. And we have a new kicker in, number 46, Evan Smith, sophomore. Snap ball down, kick is up, and that looks pretty good from here. Yeah, it is. All right, as the teams head back upfield, the score, Gloucester 28, the Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a couple of minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
Okay, everyone, welcome back. I'm Phil Nicastro. Jim Capillo on the camera. KPN TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. It's 28-0 Gloucester, and we're still early in the second quarter. And Evan Smith will be doing the kicking for the Fishermen. He approaches the ball. A low liner. It's caught by Medford at the 25. And they run it up to close to the 40. So where Medford will go on offense. 1st and 10, down 28-0. The ball will be spotted at the Medford 39. And Medford looking to get a drive going here, get something going to change the momentum of this game. So Medford 1-5. They're probably going to end up in the consolation round next weekend, a non-playoff round, whatever phrase you want to use. Keith Barrasso hands it off, and Ryan Burke, a good gain there by Burke. He picked up almost 9 yards, so it makes a 2nd and 1. That was the best offensive play for Medford all night. Nice run by Cody Burke, Ryan Burke. Cody Burke plays for Gloucester. So 2nd down and 1 for Medford. And Barrasso keeps it in a good defensive play. And Nick Philo again, number 23. And no gain on that play. It makes it 3rd down for Medford. Third and 1. And they didn't get it. Ollie Emerson with a great tackle. Corey Stinson was the ball carrier there. He did not get the first down, and it makes it 4th down. 4th and about a half a yard for Medford. So it's 4th down and about a half a yard for Medford. And they keep it up the middle, and he's not going to get there. He's not going to get there. And the Fisherman defense says, not tonight. Harrison Marshall there. Number 58 was there. Carlos Hernandez Reyes. And the Fishermen will take over on downs. It was 2nd down and 1 for Medford, and they couldn't get the first down. So Gloucester would take over on downs. That was excellent defense by Gloucester there on a 2nd and 1. All right, 1st and 10 Fishermen. They're inside Medford territory, just at the 48. Up the middle, John Mondello, 43. He joined the team halfway through the season. That was a nice run. He picked up about 6. They give him 7. 2nd down and 3. Inside reverse again. There it is. Plenty of room. And that's a touchdown. Nick Philo again. 42-yard touchdown run by Nicholas Philo on that beautifully executed inside reverse. That makes the 34-0 Fishermen. Wow. Fishermen are putting on a show tonight. And if you're Gloucester, you got the playoffs next week. You got to be thinking about getting your starters out of there and giving some junior varsity players some reps. Evan Smith. Snap ball down, kick is up, and it is no good. Wide left. Okay, so the teams head back upfield with the score of the Gloucester Fishermen 34. The Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Glover's Floor Covering, for more than 60 years, we have provided our customers with real value in quality carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, and ceramic tile. We're involved in the communities we serve and take great pride in our ability to support Cape Ann Television so that they in turn can deliver valuable community-based programming for Cape Ann.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. Volunteer production opportunities are available in all the towns we serve. Get into local TV. Call the station to find out more.
All right, welcome back. 34-0 Gloucester. Evan Smith will do the kicking again. He approaches the ball, and he low-lining kick. It's going to go out of bounds, and that's a penalty. Now Medford has an option here. They take the ball on the 40 or they make them re-kick. And let's see what Medford decides to do here. And it looks like they're going to make him re-kick it. All right, they're going to take the 5-yard penalty. So now Gloucester will be kicking from the 35. After the kick goes out of bounds, it's a 5-yard penalty. So Evan Smith lines it up again. 34-0 Gloucester. Still 7 minutes, 41 seconds left in the first half. Smith approaches it. Nice kick there this time. And it's fumbled. Picked up by Medford. And good tackle. We got a flag on the play. Romeo Oliver in on the tackle. He was the first one there with the first contact. And let's see what the flag's all about. And we get an illegal block. It's on Medford. I think the Fishermen are going to decline this penalty. There's no reason why they should take it, other than field position. No, they're going to accept the penalty. They're going to march it off. Okay. So the ball will be placed at the Medford. It's a 15-yard penalty, too. So Medford will start their drive. First and 10 at their own 19. They're down 34-0. Barrasso throws it out there. And Romeo Oliver there on the tackle again. And Romeo Oliver right now is having a very good game for Gloucester. So ain't Nicholas Philo. There was a loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 for Medford. Barrasso. And he throws it out to nobody. It looks like someone ran the wrong pattern. Incomplete pass. That was that was a 2nd and 12 play. Now it brings up a 3rd and 12. Barrasso, quarterback draw, nice run, and he fumbled it, and Gloucester will recover. And another mistake by the Medford team, and you just can't make mistakes against the Fishermen. First and 10 Gloucester on the Medford 21. And we should see some substitute players come into this game for the Fishermen. Playoffs the next week. You want to keep your starters healthy. Although Nelson's still quarterbacking. Romeo Oliver cuts it back inside. Gain of about 2. Ball is being spotted on the 20. Gain of 1. Second down. 2nd and 9 for the Fishermen. And still got a little over 6 minutes left in this half. And the Fishermen are looking to have to put more points on the board. 2nd and 9. Up the middle again. That looks like John Mondello. First down, Gloucester. Number 43, John Mondello. Getting a chance to play tonight. It's first and goal, Gloucester, right at the 10. And we have an offside, Gloucester. And Nicholas Philo, that was funny. He jumped off sides and just kept on running downfield. Was it Philo or was that Pena Ortiz? Looks like it was Pena Ortiz. So we got a penalty on Gloucester. It's first down and goal from the 15 after the penalty. 4:40 remaining in the first half. Motion. Pitch out. Romeo Oliver. And this time, Medford was there. Corey Stinson for Medford with a nice tackle. So with the penalty in that last play, Gloucester's lost 10 yards on the last two plays. But 34-0, I don't think anyone's crying over it. Four minutes left first half, 34-0 Gloucester. He's throwing it, throws it out there. He's got Oliver. Oh, incomplete. And the Medford defensive back got there just in a nick of time. Weeko Richard. W-E-E-K-O. Weeko Richard. But that stops the clock, and it makes it third and goal from the 20 for the Fishermen. Good defensive play by Weeko. There's that reverse again. And this time it goes nowhere. Medford was aware of it this time. That was Philo on the carry. And Nicholas Philo comes up limping, and you got to get him out of there. They get the playoffs next week. You want to stay healthy. That's the key the rest of this game. Fourth down, 17 for Gloucester. Fourth and goal from the 17. Throws it, got a man open. Completed to Ollie Emerson inside the 5, but it's not a touchdown. That was a fourth down play. So Medford will take over on downs. That was a nice play by the Fishermen. Nelson to Ollie Emerson. But it was a fourth down play. He didn't get in the end zone. So Medford will take over. With 2 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half. And the Fishermen have a 34-0 lead. Okay. Medford. Quarterback keeper, Barrasso. Gain of about 2 or 3. Clock is running. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the first half. Second down and 8. There was a 2-yard gain by Barrasso on that last play. Hands it off. Another small gain for Medford. Number 7 was the ball carrier. Mataridis. 2 minutes left in the half. Brings up a 3rd and 6 for Medford. And they would love to get a first down here, so Gloucester wouldn't get the ball back again. There's that swing pass. Good defense. Oh, it's a fumble, but it's picked up by a Medford player. And now he has running room on the far side. First down, Medford, and much more. Ryan Burke picked up the fumble for Medford, and he ran it up to the 35-yard line. And Medford caught a break there. So Ryan Burke was alert. He saw the fumble. He picked it up and ran to the far side of the field where there was plenty of room and picked up a first down. Got it up to the 36-yard line. First and 10, Medford. Barrasso. He's looking. He throws it out there. He's got a man out there, but incomplete. Ryan Burke was the intended receiver. 53 seconds remaining. First half. 34-0 Gloucester. Game 7 of the regular season.
Before taking off at halftime, the Gloucester High School cheerleaders will be performing.
So we got trips right for Medford, but Barrasso keeps it and gains 2. You only give him 1. 3rd down 9 for Medford. The clock continues to run. So 3rd and 9 for Medford. Throws it out there. It's incomplete. Peterson Diout was the intended receiver, number 1. A little out of his reach. Incomplete pass stops the clock. 14 seconds left, first half. And the Fishermen have had a very successful first half here tonight. There's that swing pass again, and it incomplete. Number 45, Kyle Pacheco. And that will do it for the first half. With the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 34, the Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back with second half action in just a few moments.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support Cape Ann TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, Cape Ann TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that Cape Ann TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. Cape Ann TV provides so much for Gloucester and Cape Ann. We are a very proud supporter of Cape Ann TV.
To learn more about becoming a Cape Ann TV underwriter, email sponsor@capeanntv.org.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Ben's Wallpaper and Paint, you will experience a level of service you thought no longer existed. We're proud to deliver the kind of specialized attention that you thought no longer existed and simply won't find in larger chain stores. Whether from our full line of Benjamin Moore paint or custom window treatments, you will find what you need at Ben's Wallpaper and Paint at 6 Railroad Avenue here in Gloucester. Community is the key. That's why we support KPN Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
KPN Auto Body and Service Center has served KPN families since 1955. We learned long ago that the best way to keep our customers is to provide skilled and friendly services at reasonable prices. Unlike large or chain repair businesses, each of our customers is a very important part of our business.
Personal is what makes KPN Television so valuable to our community. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about KPN, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. KPN TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. I'm Phil Nicastro, Jim Capello on the camera tonight. There's probably going to be some younger players in the game here tonight for the Fishermen. All right, Medford will kick off. They approach the ball, they boom it away. Nice low lining kick. 10, 15, 20. And it's a fumble. Mark Smith fumbles it. Did Medford recover? And Medford claims they have it. Yep, Medford has it. So something positive happens for Medford right off the bat. To start the second half, Gloucester fumbles the opening kickoff. So Medford, a little life into their team. After they recover the fumble, they'll go on offense inside Gloucester territory at the 27-yard line. So a little energy for the Medford team. Empty backfield. Barrasso throws it out there just a little bit too much. Wilnick Lebrinit was the intended receiver. That's a tough one. Even though a PA announcer here is having a hard time with that one. I'm going to go with Lebrinit. All right, for second down 10. Handoff, nowhere. The Fishermen are there. Good defense by the Fishermen there. Corey Stinson, the ball carrier. Makes it third down and 10 with no gain. So third and 10 for Medford. They have a golden opportunity here to get on the board. Barrasso, it's the screenplay again. And the Fishermen are all over it. A gain of about 2 or 3, but now it brings up a fourth down. So the Fishermen were not fooled at all by that screenplay. So it's 4th and 8 for Medford. Barrasso throws it out there. He's got a man, and it's in out of his hands. Number 2 was Ryan Burke was open, and it was just out of his reach, and he was open too. So Medford with the golden opportunity to score, they let it slip away. And so Gloucester goes back on the offense, 1st and 10 at their own, looks like the 25. Yep. 1st and 10 Gloucester at their own 25. And we'll see what Gloucester does on offense here as far as personnel is concerned. James Nelson is still the quarterback. Number 11. Romeo Oliver, nice move, cuts it back inside. First down. Nice run by number 17. Romeo Oliver, Antonio Romeo Oliver, having a good game tonight, offensively and defensively. So the Fishermen, they don't need any more points in this game. They're looking to just control the game, control the ball, and control the clock. Up the middle. Nice gain. That was Argentino on the carry. Second down and 5 for Gloucester at their own 45-yard line. Clock continues to run. And a quick hitter out the middle for Fisherman, a gain of about 2. I believe that was John Mondello, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. John Mondello joined the team late in the season. But now I'm getting word he joined the team in the second week of the season. Okay, third down for Gloucester, third and about 3. There's that reverse again. Mark Smith, first down Fisherman. Takes it down to the Medford 48-yard line. First down Fisherman, move the sticks, keep the clock running. That's all Gloucester needs to do is move the sticks and keep the clock running when you're ahead 34-0. So first and 10 Gloucester at the Medford 47. Nelson got a man out there. He's wide open. And it's incomplete. William Gallo. No, okay, number 16 was the intended receiver. William Spencer. And we're starting to see some new numbers in the game for Gloucester. Calvin Spencer, number 16, the intended receiver. He's a junior. 5'8", 165. Even though that was an incomplete pass, the clock is continuing to run. Handoff. Penny Ortiz. Nice run. Breaks some tackles, takes it down inside the 20. Down inside the, down at the 17-yard line. Nice run for Penny Ortiz. So first and 10 Gloucester at the Medford 17. I'll make it the 18. So first and 10 Fishermen at the Medford 18. There's that reverse again. Philo. First down. Nicholas Philo. Another nice run. So it's a first and goal for Gloucester. All right, first down for the Fishermen. First and goal from the Medford 8. And the Fishermen looking to get some more points here. Up the middle again. Touchdown. Ryan Argentino. And I tell you, that quick hitting fullback trap with Ryan Argentino has worked well all year long. Ryan Argentino, number 8. So Evan Smith will come in and kick the extra point. It's 40-0 Gloucester. Mark Smith to hold. Snap ball down. The snap is high. Mark Smith, he's going to run around out there. And he throws it, and it's incomplete. The snap was high. The pass was intended to Benjamin Ronaldes, number 87. A sophomore tight end, 6'1", 180. So as the teams head back upfield, the score, Gloucester Fishermen 40. The Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
Here at the Fitness Zone, we are proud to serve the community that we have been a part of for over 18 years. Here you will find a huge selection of equipment, fitness classes, personal trainers, and a juice bar. We are located at 37 Blackburn Center, right next door to Cape Ann TV. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, and community-based news and sports from Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
When you walk into either of our branches, you will experience a local bank feel with big bank returns. We are proud to support many community organizations, nonprofits, and events, both financially and by employees volunteering their time. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so that with the help of their volunteers, they can deliver valuable community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to us all.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, welcome back, everybody. 40-0 Gloucester. 2:11 left in the third quarter. And the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Nice return by Medford. Takes it all the way up to about the 48-yard line. After the 44, I'm sorry. Number 1, Peterson Diao was the return man for Medford. That was a nice return. So Medford goes on offense with 1:57 left, third quarter. The ball is on their own 44. And we have a new quarterback in the game, Joe Kamara for Medford, number 31. He keeps it, and he gets hammered. Good tackle for the Fishermen there. Ryan Argentina won a tackle. And a whole host of new players just came in for Gloucester. I try to keep track of all of them. Second and 8 for Medford. Kamara keeps it again. Gain of about 4 on the play. Brings up third down and 4 for Medford. The clock is running. 1:04 left, third quarter. So Joe Kamara, senior, is quarterback in the Medford team right now. Senior captain. He keeps it again, and he gets a first down. Good game for Kamara. He should have been running the ball a lot sooner. We're under a minute now in the third quarter. 33 seconds left. So 1st and 10, Medford. Handoff. Good tackle. Number 87 on the tackle for Gloucester, Benjamin Renalis. Good gain. And that's the end of the third quarter. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for Medford. But that's the end of the third quarter with the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 40, the Medford Mustangs nothing. We'll be back in a few moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Glover's Floor Covering, for more than 60 years, we have provided our customers with real value in quality carpets, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, vinyl flooring, and ceramic tile. We're involved in the communities we serve and take great pride in our ability to support Cape Ann Television so that they in turn can deliver valuable community-based programming for Cape Ann.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV. Volunteer production opportunities are available in all the towns we serve. Get into local TV. Call the station to find out more. You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Ben's Wallpaper and Paint, you will experience a level of service you thought no longer existed. We're proud to deliver the kind of specialized attention that you thought no longer existed and simply won't find in larger chain stores. Whether from our full line of Benjamin Moore paint or custom window treatments, you will find what you need at Ben's Wallpaper and Paint at 6 Railroad Avenue here in Gloucester. Community is the key. That's why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can deliver valuable, local, community-based news, sports, and information about Cape Ann, which is so important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Here comes the Gloucester defense for a 2nd down play to start the fourth quarter. A 2nd down and 1 play to start the fourth quarter. Cape Ann TV's coverage of Gloucester High School football. There's a pass, swing pass, 1st down, Medford. Jim Capillo on the camera tonight. I'm Phil Nicastro. There's a flag on the play. 1st down, Medford. But there was a flag. Let's see what the referees have here. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Medford. And some frustration showing on the Medford team now. And that's, I believe, a 15-yard penalty. Okay, it was a dead ball foul, so it's a 1st down anyways. But they still move the ball back. It's still a 1st down for Medford at the Gloucester 45. Quarterback keeper. Number 66 to the tackle for Gloucester, Nicholas Allen.
10 minutes left to go in the game.
So the Fishermen will finish the regular season with a 5-2 record. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens with other games, other teams, and where they're going to be seated in Division IV North playoffs, which start next weekend. More than likely, Gloucester will be on the road. Gain of a couple for Kamara.
Down to the Gloucester 41.5-yard line, 42-yard line.
Third down and 6 for the Medford team. The Medford team will like to score a touchdown before they leave here tonight. Handoff up the middle. Nice run. First down.
At the line of scrimmage. Enough for a Medford first down to the Gloucester 34-yard.
Number 32, the ball carrier for Medford.
Reminder, the MIAA will be announcing their
Jeremiah Burnett.
football season Sunday night.
Whoa.
Catch the paper, Gloucester Times. Nick Cooper will have an article in the paper.
So first and 10 Medford at the Gloucester 34. Direct snap.
Quick draw up the middle.
Quarterback draw inside the 30.
We're going to have a pickup of about 6 on the play.
Good gain for Medford. And like I said, Medford wants to get some points before they leave here tonight.
Monday to see where Gloucester plays next week.
So far, this trip to Gloucester by Medford has been a total disaster. And they want to put something on the board before they leave here tonight. Quarterback keeper. That's number 17.
So you got to draw in the middle for Medford and up.
Dash Exeter.
Medford first down to the Gloucester 22-yard line.
So Dash is in the game, the quarterback, just a sophomore. Dash Exeter, number 17. Pass, caught, cuts it inside.
Quick pass to the outside flat by Medford. Looks like a pickup of about 3 on the play. Down to the Gloucester 19-yard line. The second and 7.
Second and 7. So number 17 for Medford, Dash Exeter in the game at quarterback, and I'm sure he would love to dash into the end zone. Handoff up the middle, good hole there. Nice pick up there for Medford. It brings up a third and 3. Clock is running, 6.5 minutes left in the game. I just get word that Sunday night the MIAA will announce its playoff pairings. And pass out there, and it's pass interference. Pass interference on Gloucester.
See what the call. Looks like pass interference, Gloucester.
Looks like it's on Pena Ortiz.
Got a little bit too close for him.
So the ball will be placed on the 1-yard line, I think. First and goal for Medford, no matter what happens.
I'll give Medford an automatic first down, first and goal from the Gloucester 2-yard line.
From the 2-yard line. So Medford has a golden opportunity here to get a touchdown before they head on home. Dash. And dashes into the end zone. Dash Exeter makes it 40-6 Medford, and they're on their way back. So Medford gets on the board. They're going to go for two. Exeter keeps it, and he heads up in the end zone. He gets the 2 points. So the teams head back upfield with the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 40, the Medford Mustangs 8, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
We take pride in our ability to anticipate and adapt to the ever-changing terrain of the commercial printing industry. Since our founding in 1922, the Cricket Press, along with our weekly newspaper, the Manchester Cricket, have long valued the importance of local news and information. That is why we support Cape Ann Television, so they can continue to provide community television programming for the Cape Ann area.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support Cape Ann TV.
Daddy, that light's on again. I think we need to go to Extreme Truck and Auto and Cheese John.
When this happens to you, there's no need to go to a dealer, whether you have a foreign or a domestic car. We can take care of that right here at Extreme. We have a complete line of snap-on diagnostics specifically made for all your vehicle needs. Bumper to bumper, foreign or domestic, we can take care of it all here at Extreme. Here at Extreme, we guarantee all of our work for 1 year.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So Medford gets on the board. They get the 2-point conversion, making it 40-8. Might make that trip home a little more comfortable. But the Fishermen will finish the regular season at 5-2. And onside kick, and he recovers it. Number 1. Peterson D out. He kicked it and recovered it. Peterson D out. And that was a nice play by Peterson. So Medford goes right back on the offense. So Medford first down and 10 from the Gloucester 48-yard line, and they're looking to put up another touchdown. So Dash Exeter comes back in the game, number 17. Just a sophomore. He's a big kid. Exeter hands it off, up to middle. Number 32, first down. Jeremiah Burnett. He just got the first down. First and 10 Medford at the Gloucester 38-yard line, yeah. So Medford showing some spark here in the fourth quarter. Of course, Gloucester has the younger team in there right now. Exeter. Gain of about 5 for Exeter. Number 17. Number 6 comes in the game, Sam Shalino on defense. Number 16 comes out, Calvin Spencer. 6-yard gain. Handoff, number 32, Jeremiah Burnett. Good gain there. Looks like he's just short of the first down. So next week, folks, more than likely the Fishermen will be on the road. Probably at North Reading, the way it looks right now, but that's not etched in stone. Pass. Caught. Number 13. He may take it all the way to the end zone. He will. Wilnick LeBurnett. Touchdown, Medford. And that's the last thing you want to see is an injured Gloucester player right now. So the score is now 40-14. And we have an injured player down for the Fishermen. I can't see the number just yet. Calvin Spencer, number 16, checks back into the game. And it looks like they're stretching out his leg down there. And he gets up. That was number 17. Romeo Oliver having a good game tonight. Antonio Romeo Oliver, you got to get him out of there because he's going to be a key factor in the playoffs. You're going to need him. So they're going to go for 2 points again. And he gets it. Dash Exeter gets the 2 points. So with the teams headed back upfield, the score, the Gloucester Fishermen 40, the Medford Mustangs 16. We'll be back in a couple of moments.
You're watching local programming created by volunteers in your community, underwritten with the generous support of local businesses.
At Scott Energy, we have built our business one customer at a time with a hands-on, personal approach. In the process, we have gained customers in our communities who have come to appreciate our attention to value and quality service. We truly appreciate your business, and in turn have made it our policy to give back to the communities that we serve. That's why we support KPN Television, so that they can deliver valuable, community-based news and information about KPN, which is important to all of us.
Join, volunteer, support local programming for and about Essex, Gloucester, Manchester, and Rockport. Support KPN TV.
We are a full-service florist. We deliver to all of Cape Ann and the North Shore. We also provide wedding flowers, funeral flowers, everything from birth to death, basically. My name is Maria Russell, and I own and work at Russell's Florist in Gloucester. We have been in business in Gloucester for 21 years. We were both born and raised here. Our parents were also born and raised here. Our grandparents were born and raised here, so it seemed a good fit for us. I think it's important to support KPN TV because it provides so much for our community. There's so much programming on there, and usually at any given time you turn the TV on, KPN TV, you'll see somebody you know or recognize something or some event or some musician, all kinds of things. I think that KPN TV has so much to offer our community, whether you're in retail, whether you're in the arts, or whether you own a store on Main Street. KPN TV provides so much for Gloucester and KPN. We are a very proud supporter of KPN TV.
To learn more about becoming a KPN TV underwriter, email sponsor@kpntv.org.
All right, everybody, welcome back. 2:44 left in the game. The Fishermen are prepared for the onside kick this time. And they get it. But that ball didn't go 10 yards. Medford recovered it. It didn't go 10 yards. So it's an illegal touch. So Gloucester will go on offense probably for the last time tonight with 2:42 left in the game. And let's see what kind of an offensive setup we have here for the Fishermen. And number 20 is coming into the game, Joseph Wilson. And here comes number 6, Sam Shalino. sophomore quarterback. He'll lead the team to the end of this game. So it's 1st and 10 Gloucester from the Medford 49-yard line with 2:40 remaining in the regular season. Handoff up the middle. Short gain for the Fishermen there. So Sam Shalino, number 6, sophomore. Number 17, right back in the game after an injury, Antonio Romeo Oliver. 2nd down and 9 for Gloucester. And we have a 22nd timeout being called by Medford. It's the 22nd variety, so we'll keep it right here. And like I said, the Fishermen are going to go to 5-2 in the season. And as far as next week is concerned, it's a playoff game. We just don't know who and where yet. It would be awesome if we can get it here. But that kind of looks doubtful right now, folks. Handoff. Philo makes a nice move, breaks one tackle, and gets thrown out of bounds by number 19, Rico Richard. And we're inside 2 minutes now, 1:40 remaining in the game. So check your local listings, probably Monday's paper, or if you want to go online, MIAA.net, probably sometime Sunday night. Number 30, the ball carrier for the Fishermen, Jacob Mortellaro, a freshman. A couple of yards for Jacob. He's just a freshman. Another injured Gloucester player. This is not what you want to see. A week before the playoffs.
Once again, so this is the last game of the regular season for the Fishermen. The MIA will be announcing their
Number 55 checks in the game for Gloucester, Liam Donahue. He's a sophomore.
MIAA.net Sunday night. You get the parents. Find out who Gloucester will be playing next week, home or away.
The most likely scenario for the Fishermen will be at North Reading. That's what the odds-on favorite has them at. But we'll never know. We'll see what happens with other games, other teams, other points available for the Fishermen. I could sit here for 10 hours and explain it to you, but I don't want to do that. And we have it in that he's been down a while. Can't get a number on the play. He's getting up now. It looks like an offensive lineman. And here come a couple of players to help him out. Ryan Argentino and Carlos Hernandez going to help that player off the field. Number 56, Max Howlett. Max Howlett, a junior. And he comes limping off the field. He needs some help. We're under a minute now. The clock is running. And Gloucester leads at 40-16. Handoff up the middle again. That looked like John Mondello. Nope. Number 46. Evan Smith, the ball carrier. That was a 4th down play. So Medford will take over on downs with 41 seconds left in the game. And I'm sure they're looking for a 3rd touchdown this quarter. And as I look out on the Gloucester defense, I see strictly junior varsity players. But here comes Romeo Oliver again, number 17. At the right cornerback position, handoff. Gain of about 7 on the play.
They lost the territory down to the Gloucester 49-yard line. 30 seconds left to go in the game.
So Medford gets inside the Gloucester territory. They got maybe 1, maybe 2 plays left that they can hurry. Exeter keeps it. Nowhere to go. And that will probably be the last play of the game. And the two teams will line up, shake hands, and the Fishermen will end the season with a 40-16 win over the Mustangs of Medford, making them 5-2 in the season. And next week, week 8, playoff start. More than likely, the Fishermen will be on the road. Check your local listings. As the two teams line up to shake hands in good sportsmanship, I'm Phil Nicastro. I want to thank Jim Capello for his time. And that's it for Gloucester High School football. Have a great weekend, everybody.